Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Nancy again, and I hope you're enjoying this month. It is on living your highest and best life. Last week, I did a process on discovering what your soul's purpose is, and you can get that. It'll be available. Hopefully, you did that. And one of the questions I got after I did that was, well, I didn't quite resolve my issues. So we went back first over what brought us bliss. And then the second time we went back, what brought us pain, or what our left brain labeled as pain. So in the process, I helped you dissolve it. We stood and faced it, and with courage and trust and light of our consciousness, and we dissolved it. But just in case it didn't completely dissolve, I want to recommend 3 things you can do. One is you can go back over the recording and listen to it until you feel completely confident that everything dissolved. The second thing is I'm going to give you 2 other processes that I personally use. And I feel like through the years, I've really cleansed a lot of my baggage, the things that were stuck in my chakras. So one is, and I'm going to give credit to everyone who taught this to me. It's the Ho'oponopono technique. It's an ancient kahuna technique. And it was first presented to me through Marcy Shimoff in Your Year of Miracles. But then I actually had heard about it several times, and I started following Dr. Hugh Len. And I got a book that he co-wrote with Joe Vitale, which I want to show it to you so you can get it. I've read Zero Limits twice. So it's with Dr. Joe Vitale and Dr. Hugh Len, and also At Zero, which is the second book, but I like the Zero Limits even better. It's the first book. So in it, Dr. Hugh Len talks about how he used this ancient kahuna process that was taught to him. He was living in Hawaii, and he actually would take, he became the psychiatrist or psychologist at a mentally, criminally insane hospital for violent criminals in Hawaii. And instead of going and doing therapy on them, what he would do was take their charts, and he would use their charts, and he would do this process called Ho'oponopono on the charts. And there's 4 phrases, and you can say them in any order, but the one that I'm going to summarize from reading the books that kind of sticks with me the most and lands in me and seems to make the sense is I'm going to give you the 4 phrases first, and then I'm going to tell you how, like, what they mean. The first one is, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Now, what he would do, Dr. Hugh Len would take their chart, each person chart. He never even saw them or worked with them. He just would take their chart and he would read through it. And basically what Dr. Hugh Len said he could see, he was going to clear it in himself. So how it goes is, I love you. So you say it to yourself. I love you for what you're about to clear, what you're about to transmute and transform for the whole of everything, for yourself, for this, in this case, it was the criminal, but you can use it on someone you can't forgive or you're holding grievances with. So I love you for what I'm about to transmute. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for what I can see, what allows me that's still out of balance in me that I can see it. So I ask you to forgive me. So please forgive me. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And then thank you. And as you say thank you, feel like you're releasing it out of all your chakras. I especially feel it releasing out my heart and my solar plexus to the God of my understanding, source energy, your higher self. But you're releasing the universe, whatever, you're releasing it into the being of the creator to transmute. So let's just say I saw something on the news last night, and so I ho'oponopono it, or you're taking something in the process that we went through about getting your soul's purpose, and something that's still didn't quite clear up in that process, you say, I love you for what I'm about to transmute. I'm sorry for what I can see that I am about to transmute, and I love you for what you're going to do. I am sorry what it is about me that I can still see this as a negative, my left brain. Please forgive me. Thank you. And you let it go. And you keep saying that over again. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. After the Uvalde shooting, and I saw that on the news, I did it all night long because, believe me, that brought up my own prior wounds of being part of the Parkland shooting, where I lost a patient that day and one of my staff lost her sister. So that was a very traumatizing process, but I trust so much in the Creator. But I did use it after the Uvalde shooting because I feel like you can do it silently. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And you release it, and it cleanses you, and it cleanses the whole of everyone. And you can literally feel completely new. And I felt completely new and fresh and clean, like pristine after I do it. Okay, so that's the Ho'oponopono process. The next one is, if you haven't heard about it, is emotional freedom technique or tapping. So let's just say I'm going to give you 3 things that came up on a conversation about my process that some people weren't able to completely let go. So one of them is I'm not seen, or it's not safe to be seen. 2 was I'm not wanted. And 3 is a lack of forgiveness. I'm not able to forgive. I really, I'm holding on to that. So the tapping points are right here on your eyebrow. These are acupuncture points. When you tap on them, and you say the phrases out loud, it sounds negative, but it's actually freeing it up in your body and to let it go. So it's right here, the eyebrow point, on the side of your eye, and the orbital socket, below your eye on the orbital socket, underneath your nose in the crest here, underneath your chin in the crest here. Then right below your clavicles, there's 2 points here. Some will go at the bra strap, but other people think that looks funky, so you can skip over that one. And then the top of your head, and you'll go around. The other one is the karate chop point. So a lot of times you'll start here and you'll say something. I'm going to say it 3 different ways based on my experience. Okay. So even though I feel it's not safe to be seen, I honor my feelings about this. Even though it's not safe to be seen, or I feel like it's not safe to be seen, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel it's not safe to be seen, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. And then you go through the points and you say, it's not safe to be seen. It always worked for me to hide. And the more I was seen, the more in trouble I got. The more I was seen, the more pain I felt, the more fun I got made of, the more ultimate pain I had in my life. It's just not safe to be seen. It's best to be kept hidden, to be quiet. It's not safe to show people who I am and to express myself in this world. Therefore, I'm going to hide myself away, because I have been shown that whenever I show people who I am, I get made fun of. It's just not safe. I'd rather be quiet. I'd rather be less than I'm supposed to be. I'd rather be quiet and not seen so no one makes fun of me. I'd rather just go in a closet and hide, and then just breathe and relax and breathe out. And then you should feel cleared. The way to do that is, before you do it, write down on a scale of 0, it's completely safe to be seen. 10, you have the ultimate anxiety to be seen, where you are on that scale, and then do like a round like that and rate where you are on the scale afterwards. For sure, usually you go down 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you want to take it down to 0, ideally, and that's when it's cleaned out or cleared out of your energy system. So let's do one on I'm not wanted. Okay, so I always have felt like I'm not wanted, and I choose to honor my feelings about this. I've always felt I am not wanted, but I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I don't feel wanted, I love and accept myself anyway. Yeah, there I am. And it was clear that I was not wanted. They never wanted me around. They'd prefer if I would just go away. Yes, they didn't want me around them. So they even said, "You're not wanted." So I always felt I was not loved, I was not good enough, and I was not wanted. So I've lived my life feeling not wanted, feeling less than, feeling like I wasn't good enough. Yes, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to be wanted. There it is. They're rejecting me again, and I'm not wanted. I'd rather be by myself than to feel like I'm not wanted. That's a humiliating feeling, to feel like I'm not wanted. And I just don't like that feeling. Take a deep breath. Now, if you did that scale, you saw that probably you went down 2 points on that scale. And we're going to try to one more on not able to forgive. Now, this time on a scale of 0, you completely forgive that person or that situation or that thing, or even yourself, to 10, you have no forgiveness. There's just no reason you should forgive that person. So just write that number down now, because that'll really help you with this. Okay. So now we're going to do the karate chop point. You don't have to do the karate chop point. You can do the points whatever way. And as you do it, it sounds like we're saying negative, but it's actually freeing it up out of your body by doing it on these. You're hitting acupuncture points, acupressure points, and it's releasing it out of your body. So even though I will never forgive this person, I choose to honor my feelings anyway. Even though I should never forgive this person, and I never will, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I will never forgive this person, I love and accept myself anyway. Yeah, this person is really awful, and what they did to me was terrible, and I will never forgive them. Why should I forgive them? What they did was unforgivable. I will never forgive them for what they did to me. I will never forgive, and I will never forget that situation, that person, and what they did. I will never forgive this person. What they did to me was awful, and I will remember it, and I will never forgive them for that situation or what they did to me ever. I will never forgive them. What they did to me was horrible, and I will never forgive them. Yes, I will never forgive them. And I'll take a deep breath and let them go. Let that go. Now, on a scale of 0 to 10, where do you feel on your forgiveness of this person or this situation? And I'm sure it's less. So this is how you release this out of your body. And you can keep going on and on and on again, but I wanted you to have at least 3 ways to clear anything that wasn't maybe released completely in that process we did. Either listen to it again, do the Ho'oponopono process, or the emotional freedom technique or tapping on it, and that will release it. So feel free to use the verbiage I said on that. I got my information about tapping from Margaret Lynch. She has a fabulous program called Tapping into Wealth, and it's all about tapping through the 7 chakras to release limiting beliefs, which we'll get into that. I think we're going to be doing limiting beliefs in 2 months. So that's it for now. If you have any questions, please comment for us. I know Amanda's watching the comment section as we're talking, And if I don't get to it this week, stay with it. We'll get to you. Whatever comments you have, we will address it, maybe even have a complete week on it. So please, you guys, give me your comments, because that's how I know which way to direct future interactions and topics so that you can learn more. I want to give you everything that I have so that you can, go lightning speed in your journey to awakening. So this is Dr. Nancy. This is supporting you on your journey to awakening. And please follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You got it, all of those. And come study with me on trustthedivine.com, or get my book, Divine Trust, A Practical Guide to End Your Suffering and Find Your Way Home. Thanks for now.